but it makes the cat look like a camel's hoof. I think it's hot. When I see that, I'm like, okay, it's a good day for me and my camel toe.
Let me tell you about me. Take it down in 1, 2, 3. I don't like my boys too sweet. I don't worry about you. I just worry about me. So you better run.
The hygiene queen is back in business. Guys, it's been so long since we've talked about these topics, and I wanted to cover 3 different topics today because this bad bitch right here loves being thick. And sometimes when it comes to being thick, there's some negative and positive things that could just, I don't know, be of conversation. I want to talk about FUPAS, stretch marks, and back rolls today because these are all things that us regular schmegula womanly body women deal with, and sometimes we just have to learn how to rock it, and I'm gonna teach you guys today. Do not mind the bangs. I'm still figuring it out. I cut them this week and I'm kind of enjoying them, kind of not. So if they're bothering you, I apologize. If you like them, hello, what's up, Megan Good? And I also want to mention that today's video is sponsored by Winged, which is a woman-owned company. There's no better company that I'd want to work with today than something woman-owned because we are going to be talking about the woman's body and all the things that come along with our grown woman weight and our grown woman bodies. And I really wanted to talk about a brand that I have been enjoying and loving for months upon months upon months. And of course, without further ado, give this video a big thumbs up if you guys like me and you like this video. Subscribe down below or you're gonna just miss out, and follow me on Instagram because honestly, I am going to always update you guys on there first. All right, let's get into the video. Back rolls. So the reason why I actually came up with this video in the first place was because I posted a picture of myself that I will place somewhere on the screen. And this picture got a lot of traction on Instagram stories because you guys were wondering, how the hell are you so confident with that back roll? And I honestly didn't even think about it, but I love my back rolls. First of all, they're hot as fuck. Second of all, there's something to grab onto. And third of all, I love my grown woman weight. I didn't have this body when I was young. I was more petite and skinnier than I am now. And when I got those hips and those back rolls and those stretch marks and that FUPA baby, I honestly kind of loved it because it was like that thick body that I always wanted and I got with being grown. So this is for all of my thick girls who hate having back rolls. I'm gonna give y'all some tea on that. Maybe it's just me, but I think low cut back dresses look amazing. But I do think that the type of backless dress is important. So first things first, let's have a low cut back that kind of drapes in like a cowl form. Something that's loose in the back area allows the back to flow. It's not too tight to where it's gonna be pushing up against your back rolls and making them look bigger than they already are, because we wanna embrace our back rolls, but we do not want them looking bigger than they already are. Like, that's dumb. Like, I'm not trying to accentuate them and make them bigger. I'm just trying to show them off because they're hot AF. So I like anything that kind of scoops in the middle of a back. So any backless dress that you find that kind of goes in a U shape, pick that up immediately. It's going to look fantastic. Also, anything that is nice and thick material will always look good. You don't want to wear like loose fitting dresses that are loose in the material, that they're thin, but they're tight to the body, because they're going to just like create more unattractiveness to the back area. You want a good fabric. House of CB has really thick bodycon dresses. Anything that's thick and good quality is going to be your best friend, and it's honestly going to be your best friend throughout this entire video. Crop tops are fine. I am a crop top queen. I've been wearing crop tops for like 7 years now, and I love them. Even when I had a big belly and I was protruding out, I was wearing crop tops because it's all I know. But there are do's and don'ts for crop tops when it comes to back rolls. So first things first, you want the crop top to hit in the spot where your back roll, I guess, stops. So if your crop top is too short to where it's pushing up against it and it's making it kind of come out of the bottom of the crop top, that's a complete don't. You want it to cover that area, not because we don't want it to show, but because we don't want it to look unflattering. There's a difference between being scared to show it and being scared to show something that's unflattering. There's no reason to make it unflattering. We want to accentuate everything. So I like crop tops that hit me in a either under boob region where it's really short, or when they're kind of long where they hit above the belly button. Those are like the 2 perfect types of crop tops for me personally. I also think that see-through white anything is like a no-no for back rolls. That's just me personally. I don't like the way it looks on me. I don't like thin material. I don't like that very thin, almost like thermal-like material for the wintertime that you can see your actual skin color through, to where it actually makes back rolls look just like not good in my opinion. That's just me, but hey, like, do you boo? I just hate that on me. I actually purchased a white dress from Amazon because I kind of want to see how Amazon fashion was. And let's just say that white dress is in the garbage because it's see-through and it made my back rolls look insane. Okay, we wanna make sure that our bras are well fitting. I definitely think that a very tight bra, an ill-fitting bra, will make your back rolls look insane. And I just don't think that that's appropriate. I think in 2021, we should find bras that fit us, whether that's getting size somewhere or sizing yourself with one of those measures. You need to be able to have a good bra. Let's get into it. To be honest, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I hardly ever wear bras and I have double Ds, so I do let these things hang all over the place. But if you're a bra girl, let's have a nice, supportive, good bra that doesn't squeeze against your skin and make it too tight to where your back rolls are just spilling out of the bra. I also want to say that peplum tops look amazing and anything bodycon looks incredible, and jeans will always look good with back rolls, obviously. I prefer a high-waisted jean, especially if I'm wearing a crop top. It just kind of gives a good balance. Okay, before we move on to stretch marks, I want to talk about Winged because this company has been such a huge part of my life the past few months, and I have been actually really enjoying a lot of their things. And I think it's kind of relevant considering we are talking about the woman's body today, and these vitamins are created for women. Okay, so I first want to talk about the Winged Sleepy Support Complex CBD gummy. First of all, anything CBD is going to draw my attention. I love that it's a gummy. I love that it's for the nighttime. These are great because it helps you relax and feel great before bed. If you have trouble sleeping, these are for you. If you have trouble falling asleep and you're kind of tightly wound, these are going to be so good for you because they are just going to help you feel more relaxed before bed, and you're going to be able to have a more deep sleep and feel super nice in the morning when you wake up. I like to feel relaxed before bed because as somebody who works from home and is always tightly wound, it's nice to have that relaxation time before bed that allows me to feel good before resting my eyes. So these gummies are so good for relaxation. They're helpful with anxiety because they do have CBD in them. It has 10 milligrams. And let me just say, oh, and they're also vegan, which is so important, and gluten-free. So we got all of those touch. Yes, thank you very much. And I also wanted to share that I also love this Relaxation Stress Support Complex, which is also a gummy, and it also has 10 milligrams of CBD in it. And it's formulated for women. It is an extraction of CO2 with pesticide-free. It's full spectrum hemp extract. It's third-party lab tested. So many amazing things. And of course, it is hemp grown in the United States, which is awesome. And again, vegan and gluten-free. Anything that says relaxation or sleep, I'm gonna always be drawn to because I need those two things in my life. And my absolute favorite product from this amazing company, the Rise Up Energy Focus Gummies. This is going to help you with being bright-eyed and having mental sharpness. I need this because I am a procrastinator. I love my mornings, but sometimes I'm not always in the best mood in the morning, and this helps me just kind of get my day started. So this actually has natural caffeine in it, alpha GPC, lion's mane, and ashwagandha, which are all so good for you. And again, these are vegan and they're also gluten-free. I just wanted to make sure. You guys will love Winged as well if you guys need some women's vitamins and wellness. I personally think that everybody should be taking things like this, and I always like to promote them on my channel whenever I feel like they fit anything that you could possibly need or want. I will leave you guys any information down below that you guys need to be able to pick up Winged Wellness today. In the middle of a stressful day, I love to just take these, especially when I am editing videos or filming content. It just allows me to feel more grounded and that I can achieve the day without being overwhelmed. All right, let's get into stretch marks. I have had stretch marks for years. Like, I can't even date back to when I first ever remembered having stretch marks, but I will say this is that I actually made a video years ago about stretch marks, and I have changed a little bit about how I take care of them now, and others I keep the same. So I wanted to kind of share with you guys my overall consensus of stretch marks. If you guys don't really know a lot about them, or you feel like you're worried about your body, I'm gonna give you kind of like an overview of what I wrote about stretch marks. So the first thing that I wrote is that they start off kind of looking like scars. Now I'm speaking from my experience and on my skin complexion. They're gonna be different on anybody's skin type, skin complexion, and all that. I mean, sometimes people's stretch marks are very pale and they're paler than their skin, and other people, they're like me where they're darker than their skin. So my stretch marks start off looking like a keloid scar. So something like a dark raised keloid scar. And I always get freaked out every time because I'm like, oh my God, did I hurt myself? When did I get this? Because I immediately think it's a scar, but it's actually a stretch mark. So they start off kind of looking a little bit dark, a little bit pink, and they're raised a little bit. And after years and years and years, they start to kind of subside and blend more into with your skin to where they actually are just stripes on your skin. And mine in particular, after years of them subsiding, kind of match my natural skin and actually are a little bit lighter than my skin. So you can honestly get them anywhere. Like the most common areas would be like your legs, your butt, your arms, your boobs, your stomach, anywhere, literally. Your back, I have them on my lower back. They can happen anywhere. These are all the places that I actually have stretch marks, and inner thighs is a huge one as well. They are everywhere on my body. And I actually take really good care of my stretch marks because after years of getting them and knowing how they are, they need to be moisturized. They need to have something to make the skin more elastic, and you're gonna get stretch marks depending on your skin elasticity. So for instance, my skin elasticity on my chest is phenomenal. I don't have a single stretch mark on my breasts, but I do have them on my lower body. So my skin elasticity on my lower body is not as good as it on top. So I moisturize a lot more in the lower regions. So you wanna make sure you're using some sort of bio oil, or you wanna use some sort of stretch mark cream. What works for you? I personally think moisture in general is phenomenal. You do not want the area to be dry. You want it to have some elasticity to stretch. So it being moisturized will have it stretching more gracefully. Now let's talk about confidence when it comes to stretch marks before we get into like how to rock them and treat them or whatever. I think stretch marks are really sexy. That might just be me. I think they're pretty hot. I see them on so many people. I've seen them on men. I've seen them on women. I definitely think that you should rock them and love them and embrace them because I have yet to hear anybody really actually talk about them in a negative way unless they're talking about them on themselves. And then there will be like that occasional guy who like doesn't get any pussy and he's talking about stretch marks and nobody really cares because nobody's giving it to him anyways. So honestly, guys like that don't matter. So if you're worried about a guy, judging you for your stretch marks, I promise you, they see them on every woman that they're with, so therefore they're not going to have a problem with them. I also want you to stop doing things for other people. There is nothing sexier than a woman or a man, obviously depending on who's watching, that embraces their flaws and embraces their body. Every time I see somebody who's super confident and flawless and beautiful, it's because they are exuding that type of security in themselves and they're exuding that confidence, and it becomes sexy to look at. Like there's nothing sexier than confidence. And I can make a whole video about that, but I want you guys to understand that stretch marks are something that comes with a grown woman's body, and we have to start embracing them and loving them and not hiding behind certain outfits because we're afraid people are gonna see them. So I'm going to talk about how I've lightened them / detexturized them over the years, and hopefully this will help you. I'm not saying that you should try to wish them away, but let's try to help ourselves feel more secure in how we can at least take care of them, manage them, and make them look a little bit better. So first things first, you want to exfoliate the area. I am an exfoliating queen. I love exfoliation. There's two types of exfoliation that I love, actually three. So there's physical exfoliants, which have like the granules in it. There's the chemical exfoliants that have like AHAs. And then the third type of exfoliation is something like an exfoliating glove or some sort of buffer that you can put in the area to help make your area feel more circulated and, exfoliated, obviously. So I like to use all three. The most common exfoliation that I will always use is a exfoliating brush, and I will link my favorite one down below. It's actually from Amazon, and I'm obsessed with it. I use it on my armpits, and I use it on my stretch marks, and I have seen such a difference in how they appear. They look a lot better, and they are more detexturized. My favorite AHA exfoliation is the First Aid Beauty Bump Eraser. It's so good, and I use that on my stretch marks as well. I've been using it for years. I've talked about it for years. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, already know how much I love that particular one, and I've seen a difference in it. And I will also link down below my favorite exfoliations that I have not mentioned that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. Also, make sure that you moisturize the area. Bio oil is amazing. Any type of body butter, something thick, something creamy, and something that's going to last on the skin. You don't want anything that's too light and too water-based. It's not gonna do as much as something that's creamier, thicker, and richer. Having your stretch marks lighten and detexturize takes time. It's not gonna happen overnight. So allow years. I know it sounds kind of annoying, like I have to wait years, but allow a few years to let them kind of subside a little bit, and you're going to see that they're gonna blend seamlessly in with your skin. So if they're very keloidish now, dark, and kind of obnoxious at the moment, just understand that over the years, they are going to lighten up and they're going to flatten out a little bit better. Okay, and the last thing that I wanna talk about is FUPAS. Now, the reason why I really made this video in general was because I really wanted to talk about us curvier women and just like people with normal bodies. I mean, everybody's body is beautiful, whether you're thin, whether you're thick, whether you're in between, but I definitely think like the average woman's body is, I believe, between like a 6 and a 12. So I'm talking about us women. And yes, most of us 6 to 12s have FUPAs. What's a FUPA? It's a fat upper pussycat area. It's going to be that stomach area slash, yeah. It's that skin, it's that fat that kind of lives above the cat. I love that. The fat that lives above the cat. Oh man, I just make this stuff up as I go. Anyways, whoever came up with the name, it's a horrible name, but I'm going to teach y'all how to rock a FUPA because I think it's sexy. I've been rocking a FUPA since 2015 and I'm gonna stay rocking one if you understand me, okay? First and foremost, your kitty cat looks amazing in really tight leggings. There's nothing better than a tight, thick, nice material legging that hugs the FUPA in. It kind of like sucks it in a little bit, but it makes the cat look like a camel's hoof. I love it. I think it's hot. When I see that, I'm like, okay, it's a good day for me and my camel toe. So make sure that you wear things that are kind of thicker, that aren't going to make you look unflattering. Sometimes the FUPA kind of hangs over the cat. Some of these leggings will have you sucked all the way up, if you know what I mean, and you won't look crazy. Nothing too tight in that area, essentially. That will just enhance it. So you want to have something that's thick, good material, and I definitely think any type of Spanx can always suck it in more, but to be honest, Spanx don't work for me, so I don't even really be bothering, talking about them, because I have them all, and they don't make the FUPA look really that much different. Remember, we make babies out of that area, our uterus and everything like that lives in there, so please don't be too hard on yourself. Even if you are thin, a lot of the times we do have FUPAs because that area, it's normal to have it kind of coming out a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it, and you have to rock it. I'm telling you, nobody really cares like that, so let's stop killing ourselves over it. I don't want you guys to worry about how you look naked. I understand that this can be already a very interesting and insecure time for you when you're naked and you don't feel super hot, but all you have to worry about is making sure the area is groomed and that you're moisturized and you're good to go. Just make yourself groomed to your specific body shape, whatever works for you. If you want to have the triangle down there, have the triangle. If you want it in the shape of a heart, have it in the shape of a heart. If you want to have a cross, have a cross. I don't care. You can have a naked mole rat down there like me, and we can be rocking it together, girl. That's just my preferred type of groom style, so that's what I do. I moisturize and I rock the FUPA like it's nobody's business. Now, when it comes to lingerie, I think that there are do's and don'ts, especially for underwear. I think anything thin and low-rise for underwear is a no-no for the FUPA because it ends up getting rolled underneath it. So anything thick banded that really is able to be worn high-waisted and doesn't roll down when you bend over is like a amazing type of lingerie. So I have lingerie that has thicker underwear bands. It's still a thong, but it's just thicker. And I also think lace looks amazing as well. It accentuates the area. It makes you look really hot. Anything that's going to just be like kind of giving you like a pretty pattern down in this area. It's not too skimpy. It's not too stringy. It has a lot of material, but you could still see just the right amount. Remember, ladies, your body confidence is all that matters, and other people will accept you, especially when you rock that shit. When you are walking around not wearing a bathing suit because you're mad that your FUPA's out or that you have stretch marks, please stop doing that. Wear the freaking bathing suit. Your confidence is the key to success with your life, and once you start learning how to rock certain things a certain way, it's going to be amazing. I wish I had this video around when I was coming into my grown woman body, because even though I was embracing it in ways I didn't know how to dress it, I didn't know how to use it, I didn't know how to treat it or take care of it. And hopefully this video helped you guys today with all of those things. If you have any other questions, let me know down below. The hygiene queen is back and she's better, and I'm here to stay. Let me know down below what you guys want to see from me next. And I love you guys so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.